Any additions or corrections?
I make it Jarvis make the motion. We accept it as written.
Support
Resolution
from
support.
McNabb Stain.
Motion by Jarvis, supported by McNabb Stain to approve the agenda for tonight. Any further comments? Roll call.
Carey,
Yes.
Jarvis,
Yes.
Moppinmore,
yes,
McNabb Stang,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Smith,
yes,
and Tassava.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Approve the minutes of the November 23rd, 2020 virtual meeting.
Smith
get a
makes a
chance?
motion to approve the minutes and place on file.
Motion by Smith to approve. Do I hear a second?
Support Rezegi.
Seconded by Rezegi. Any discussion? Roll call.
Jarvis,
Yes.
Moppinmore,
yes,
McNabb Stang,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes,
Carey,
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, open public discussion regarding matters not on the agenda. Anybody like to talk? I'll give you 3 minutes tonight. Can you identify yourself? Tell us where you live, and you have 3 minutes. Hearing no one. Item 7, proclamations. We have none. Item 8, public hearings, none. Number 9, present or formal presentation and requests. We have none. Recommendation from other boards, none. Ordinances, none. Resolutions, we have many. The first resolution is consider resolution 2020-30 for approval of MDOT's agreement for resurfacing project on Woodland Avenue from Michigan Avenue east to the city limits. Anybody have any questions on this?
This is Carrie. I make that we approve. Motion to support.
Who is that support?
Carrie.
You want to approve it, but your motion is to approve it. Do I have a support?
Jarvis.
Rezegi support.
Motion by Carrie to approve, Rezegi, support. Any further comment on this? Anybody got any questions? Okay, roll call.
Moppinmore,
yes,
McNabb Stang,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Smith,
yes,
Carey,
Yes.
Jarvis,
Yes.
and Tassava.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, we have 8 resolutions involving our MERS retirement. We can engross these all together and vote on as one, or we can split these out and vote on each one. What's your pleasure? Anybody got any comment on that?
I make a motion, we approve all the resolutions, 2020-31 through 2020-38 together.
This is
Support.
Carrie. Support.
Motion by McNabb Stain, supported by Carrie to engross these resolutions all together, 2020-31 to 2020-38. Any comments? Roll call.
McNabb Stang,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Smith,
yes,
Carey,
Yes.
Jarvis,
Yes.
Moppinmore,
yes,
and Tassava.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Appointments, we have none. Bid contracts and sales. Consider a bid from Hometown Tree Service for $27,000 for tree removal, stump grinding, tree trimming, as recommended by Director of Public Services Travis Tate. Anybody have any questions, any thoughts on this one? I think we have Travis online if you have any questions of him. Okay, hearing none. Do I hear a motion to approve?
This is
This is
Carrie. I,
McNabb.
Yeah,
I'll make a
somebody.
motion to approve and, or support, whichever you want to put me at.
Motion by McNabb Stain to approve, supported by Carrie. That about right, was it, Jim?
yes, it is.
Okay. Any further comments, discussion? Roll call.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes,
Jarvis,
Yes.
Hoppinmore,
Yes.
McNabb Stang,
Yes,
and Tassava.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next item, consider repair of a blower for the wastewater treatment plant at a cost of $22,460 as recommended by Director of Public Service Travis Tate. Any questions on this one?
this is Jim Carey. I have a question.
Okay,
Hey,
Travis, you on there?
Is Travis on there?
Yes, I'm on here.
Hey, Travis, when you go around and look for a price like that, just not, how about, how are you going about doing that?
Well, we're pretty limited on what we can do because we have to basically get whatever the manufacturer of the blower is. And so instead of buying a new one, we've determined to just restore the old one. We can't find an alternative for this type of equipment.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Travis.
Yeah.
Jarvis, I make a motion, we approve.
Smith supports.
Motion by Jarvis, supported by Smith. Any further discussion? Roll call.
Smith,
Yes.
Carrie,
Yes,
Jarvis,
Yes.
Hoppinmore,
Yes.
McNabb Stang,
yes,
Rezegi,
Yes.
and Tassava.
Yes,
Motion
Mr. Tassava,
go ahead.
I had to change computers because I couldn't hear, you couldn't hear me on the other one.
Really? You were on the meeting from the beginning then, were you, Don?
Yes.
Okay, let the record show that Don's on the meeting. Jane, did you want to get him to vote on that?
Bowers,
Maybe not.
Bowers,
Yes.
motion still carried.
Okay. Consider proposal for $8,434.21 from Smart Homes Incorporated to place monitors in the council chambers to aid
Can
in
you hear me now?
transition to our hybrid meetings after the first of the year.
No.
Who's that? Anybody have any questions of Jerry? Jerry's on the line. He, I think he has all the information on this.
Where are we
This is
gonna
McNabb.
place these? I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, this is McNabb saying, I just have a quick clarification question.
Okay.
We had discussed, I guess, putting some screens in. Is this in relation to that we're doing?
Yes, it is. These will be monitors though, so it won't be like we have now. We have a projector that displays it. This will be like large computer monitors, so the resolution will be better for not only the council, but when we do transition to have public back in the meetings. So this is for better quality. It will also be set up in such a way that if the cable access so desires, there will be an open connection so that they can then, when they rotate through their camera angles, they have 3 camera angles. They could do a 4th one that shows whatever's being displayed on the screen.
So this is going to replace our smart board?
This will replace our smart board.
Okay, great, thanks.
This is Smith. I want to make a motion to approve the purchase.
Rezegi, support.
Motion by Smith, supported by Rezegi to approve $4,434.21 from Smart Homes Incorporated for the monitors for the, and I think this is gonna help a lot because, you know, when we do go to, hybrid meetings, we're partially, the chamber is gonna have some of the council people in it, but the staff will be somewhere else, so we can all see each other. I think this would be great. So we have a motion and support. Any further comment?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Smith. I have a question for Jerry on the hybrid meetings. Does the hybrid meeting, does it have an end date or no?
The way it stands right now is that starting January 1st, we have to do a hybrid, and it's through the year 2021 is what the current legislature is.
So it's only got a 1-year date, but we can still use these monitors, even if it's not extended.
Oh yeah,
Right.
this will highly increase the ability to read whatever's on the monitors as opposed to the data projector. And then, like I mentioned too, will also give the ability to show what's on the monitors through the cable access channel, which we
Got
don't
it.
have the
Thank you
ability to
very
do that now.
I'm good.
This is McNabb saying, I just have something to add to that. The MML is working on with the legislators to get that virtual meeting date extended till the end of March. And that should be up for vote early this week. So,
I heard today the Senate approved it last week, so it's just got to go in front of the House.
okay.
Any other comments? Roll call.
Bowers. 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 Carey.
Yes.
Jarvis.
Yes.
Maupinmore.
Yes.
McNabb Stang.
Yes,
Rezegi.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Consider agreement between the city of Hastings and the YMCA of Berry County for years 2021 and 2022 for $30,000 per year. Any comment on this one?
I make a motion to approve the agreement. Smith?
Motion by Smith to approve. Do I hear
Support by
support?
Therese Maupinmore.
Support by Maupinmore. Any comments?
This
Your
is-
Honor, this is Smith. I'd like to say that this is the same exact agreement that we've had in the past,
Right.
as far as I understand.
Yeah, this is Carrie. Is it the dollar amount's the same?
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Any other comments? Roll call.
Carey.
Yes.
Jarvis.
Yes.
Maupinmore.
Yes.
McNabb Stang.
yes,
Rezegi.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
And Tassava.
Yes.
Motion carried.
City manager report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. In your packet, you have the monthly report from Travis Tate, the Director of Public Services. If anybody has any questions on that report, Travis is on the call. Okay, thanks, Travis, for your report. Next, we have Chief Karras's report. I have not seen Chief Karras on the call or on the meeting right now. So if anybody has any questions, I will get those to him and make sure that he can answer them. So does anybody have any questions that you want me to pass on to Chief Karras?
Jerry, I am online here.
Oh, sorry, Roger. I didn't see your name on there.
It's okay.
Any questions for Chief Karras? All right, thank you, Roger, for your report. Next in your packet is a report from Peggy from the library. I saw Peggy was on the line, so if you have any questions for Peggy. All right, well, hearing none on that. Thanks, Peggy, for your report. Next, we have a report from the assessors, Deb Rashid and Lisa Verberg. Deb, are you on the meeting today? I know they've been working on border review stuff, so they've been pretty busy. So if anybody has any questions, I will pass it on to them and make sure I get that back to you, or they get that back to you in the next couple of days. Are there any questions for the assessors?
Oh, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Deb. Okay, so Deb's here.
I didn't know how to unmute.
All right, well, thank you, Deb, for your report. The next thing on there you see is something that's part of the redevelopment ready communities process that we have to do, or that we need to do to get that certification. Dan King, who's on the line, I'm giving a minute here to kind of explain this. He shared this with the Planning Commission on Monday night, or last Monday night. The Planning Commission made a motion that they reviewed, acknowledge, and support this statement. And that's the same action that the council is going to need to do tonight. This is something that's put together as a template and in conjunction with the MEDC. So it's the pieces of how the city moves forward. So Dan, you want to take a couple minutes and explain this document?
Yes, thank you, Jerry. As you recall, several months ago, we had a representative from the MEDC, especially as it pertains to the redevelopment ready communities project. They submitted our evaluation report, and that evaluation report, as you recall, had red, yellow, and green boxes, which identified our progress on the redevelopment ready journey. This community engagement statement is one of the panels that was read, following best practices of other redevelopment ready communities who are certified. We developed this community engagement statement. We have already followed a lot of those engagement procedures as part of our master plan update, and also as a part of the streetscape redesign venture that we're dealing with the DDA. So a lot of those community engagement aspects we've already been hitting. Community development recently signed up for a year of SurveyMonkey. We plan on using SurveyMonkey for more community and public outreach. We're currently using it for a planning commission project that will be presented to Planning Commission on January 4th. So yes, this statement will be reviewed by the Planning Commission in the years that the master plan will also be reviewed. So you will see this, or the city council will see this every 5 years as it morphs or changes in conjunction with the master plan update.
Thanks, Dan. So what we need is a motion stating that the council has reviewed, they acknowledge this statement, and they will support this statement moving forward as a city.
Rezegi, I'll make that motion.
Jarvis, I second it.
Motion by Rezegi, supported by Jarvis. Any further comment? Any questions? Roll call.
Jarvis,
Yes.
Muppin-Moore,
Yes.
McNabb-Sting,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Bowers. Oh, yes, Bowers. Bowers. Carrie,
Yes.
Bowers, one more time. And Taxeva.
Yes,
Motion
shows
carried.
he's muted.
So, Mr. Mayor, the last thing I want to do is remind everyone at 7 o'clock tomorrow night will be the audit workshop. That will be a Zoom meeting as well. And that ends my report for tonight.
Okay, thank you. Now I want to remind everybody too that we have a meeting tomorrow night, and if you haven't had a chance to read your audit report yet, it's good reading, so if you like that kind of reading, but going ahead, consent items without individual discussion. As always, if you see any of these you want to pull, wait till I get through them and then we'll come back to it. Item A, invoices, we have none. Item B, Berry County Central Dispatch, November 2020 statistics. Item C, event calendar for December 2020. Item D, draft minutes of the Hastings Public Library Board of Trustees, December 7th, 2020 meeting. Item E, draft minutes of Planning Commission, December 7th, 2020 meeting. Item F, draft minutes of the Hastings City, Berry County Airport Commission, December 10th, 2020 meeting. Anybody want to pull any of these items? If not, do I hear a motion to approve and place on file?
I make a motion to approve, Carrie.
Motion by Carrie,
Support by Smith.
by Smith. Any discussion? Roll call.
Moore,
Yes.
McNabb Stang,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Bowers, Carrie,
Yes.
Jarvis,
Yes.
and Tassava.
Yes.
Motion carried.
City Attorney's report.
I have nothing for council this evening.
Legislative Director's report. Anything tonight, Brenda?
Yes, the Grand Valley Metro Council met this past month, or yeah, it was a week ago. And basically it was their organization meeting. So it was the election of officers and the election of the executive committee. And they welcomed a couple new, actually representatives for communities, not new communities. So that was about all that took place at that meeting. The other thing I wanted to bring up was, I was going to bring up the virtual meetings at this point, but I mentioned that earlier, but there's also a bit of legislation looking to introduce into the statutes, the state statutes, the governor's executive order on water shutoffs moratorium. They're looking to extend that as well till the end of March. Just wanted to make you all aware of that. That has not been approved yet, but they expect that to be done shortly. So, and that's all I have for this evening.
Okay, Brenda mentioned her last report that Municipal League is having meetings. They're doing virtual meetings, Zoom meetings at noon on Mondays, and I think they're planning on doing them the rest of the month. It's pretty interesting to listen to some of the stuff they're doing. I've been listening to them right along, and I think your representatives at the Municipal League are doing a lot of hard work for you, and we need to applaud them and support them when we can. So there's a lot of times they'll ask you to write a letter, get you your legislator and stuff like that. So that's something we really need to do. Open public discussion from the floor. Anybody out there want to stand up on their pulpit and talk for 3 minutes?
Sure.
Who's this?
It's Jackie McLean, 525 West Madison Street.
Okay, you have 3 minutes.
I have 3 minutes on your mark, get set, go. Just two thoughts, I guess. One, I wanted to ask Dan if the community engagement statement, is that supposed to be a statement or a strategy, and can it be changed at any time? And then the other thing I wanted to ask or address is, I and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that, or my understanding is that council and planning commission has a iPad or a computer supplied to them. And so I'm just wondering, has everyone been trained in Zoom and how to use it? And is there anything from the Michigan Municipal League that states best practices for Zoom meetings for council? So just something to think about, constructive criticism, and looking at the, way the other communities do it that surround us. I think there's ways to improve. And also in regards to the community engagement strategy, when I looked at examples of other communities that the Michigan Municipal League, or actually the Michigan Economic Development Corporation used as examples, there probably is some room for improvement there. So it's a conversation that can be ongoing, and that's why I wondered if it can be changed at any time, or if it has to stay that way until we review the master plan again. So that's all I want to say. Just bringing it to everyone's attention.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anybody else out there want to talk? Okay, mayor and council comments. Don, do you have a comment tonight?
Yes, Your Honor. I have a question for you and for the city manager. I know that we have one more Monday or one more city council meeting before the hybrid meetings take effect. I was wondering, on the next meeting, are we going to go over the plan that you guys have been working on? How the city council is going to conduct our meetings for the next year in hybrid before we actually do it? Or is that something that we're going to talk about in the next year?
You have an answer for that, Jerry?
Well, the policy and procedure was already provided to you previously, and that dealt with both what we are going to do between now and December 31st and what we're going to do after December 31st if nothing changes. As Brenda mentioned, there is some, and the mayor, they're going through, if they vote through this new legislation, then the current model that we have can be extended till March, where you don't have to, you can have a virtual meeting and not have to meet the 3 criteria to be absent from council chambers.
Okay, so I was just wondering if we were going to, and it kind of goes off an earlier comment, if we were going to discuss as a council the conduct for the policy, or we're just going to just read it and then go.
If council wants to readdress what was approved previously, we can change any of that stuff anytime. That is the council's plan for the best way to meet the expectations that are set out by the state to meet the Open Meetings Act.
Okay, Roger. I think I'll take a look at it a little more detail and have more comments next week.
Yeah,
Thanks,
and
Jerry.
we can adjust that as we get into the hybrid, and there's things that we want to change. We can adjust that as we go along too, because again, there are certain requirements we have to meet. But again, it's the council's decision on how they want to meet those expectations.
All right, thank you. That's all, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. John, got a comment tonight?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Jim Carrey.
Back in when I first started on the council, you're laying in bed at night and all of a sudden I had to have a question answered. And I knew that Bill Redmond knew the answer, and it was about 3. So I thought, what the heck? So I called him and he answered the phone. And he was real good about it, and he told me what I needed to know. And but I'd like to just publicly thank Bill. He's been a terrific mentor for me. And I know the people have spoken, and Jackie will do a good job, but thanks, Bill, for your help. So that's what I got to say.
Don Bowers, you out there yet tonight?
How about if I take his place, Al
Oh,
Jarvis?
sorry, Al, I forgot you.
Oh,
See,
thanks.
I can't see you sitting here next to me, so go ahead, Al.
Oh, the rest of it are with you. That's good. I have a question for Jane. 5 of us were lucky enough to be elected at the last election. And I don't think we normally do a oath of office at the first meeting of the year, but I don't think we can do that virtually. Besides that, we have to sign a paper. So should we set up an appointment with you to come in to take the oath of office anytime between now and then?
Have to be after the first of the year.
That's a great question, Mr. Jarvis. And yes, that is exactly what we're going to have to do. The plan is to make it as easy for council members and mayor as possible. So if you would like to give me a call, otherwise what I'll do is I'll have Rusty reach out and set up some times, and I will be here to swear you in, give you the oath of office, and witness your signature. So thank you for mentioning that.
Okay. And I had somebody say to me that has some knowledge on it, it could be done anytime now after the election. Is that true, or do we have to wait?
I think the city charter says it has to be, I know earlier than a minute after midnight on the 1st of January.
In addition, we have one more council meeting. So I know it has to be after the last council meeting.
Okay. Okay. I will explain that to my expert.
Brenda,
love-
any further comment, Brenda?
I'm good.
Trace, any comment tonight?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. All I want to say about this, because I have no information. Bill Redmond's in the hospital, so we need to keep him in our prayers. I don't know what's going on with him, but I just think we ought to keep him right in the back of our mind and pray for him, and hopefully everything comes out fine for him. Anything else come before council tonight? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So
I
moved.
guess support.
Motion by McNabb Stain, supported by, was that Rezegi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, roll call.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Bowers, Carey,
Yes.
Jarvis,
Yes.
Moppenmore,
Yes.
McNabb Stang,
Yes.
and Tassava.
Yes. Well, I'll wait till hear from all of you tomorrow night. Thank you. Good night. Meeting
Good night.
adjourned.